What is going on, you guys? Welcome to my best bets video for UFC 324 this weekend, where I give you guys the best plays each week entirely for free so that we can all make some money this Saturday. If you've seen my videos before, usually I put the best bets at the end of the full card breakdown, but my goal this year is to have that full card breakdown out as early as possible, hopefully by Wednesday the latest each week, which means there's going to be a lot of fights or bets that I'm looking at where the odds haven't even been released yet. So this is going to be a super quick and simple video that I can easily get out Friday of each week, just to show you guys what I have my money on and explain a little deeper into my thought process behind them. So now for the bets, I think I'm going to start doing a prop of the night and a lottery ticket parlay, along with the sportsbook and DFS plays that I normally give out, just to switch things up a little bit and have a couple extra riskier plays out there for the people who like to have more bets on the board. So for the first bet, we have the parlay lock of the week, which is Josh Hokett and Natalia Silva at -122. For those of you that are new here, the parlay lock of the week is the most important bet to me. It's my most confident pick on the card, and my goal for it is to be the most dominant and stress-free bet you can make. It's how I started my channel, and it's probably what you guys are most familiar with. When I created the parlay lock of the week, it was with the intention to mimic an index fund, where you're supposed to place the same amount of money each parlay, and it may not hit every week, but long term, you'll guarantee to be profitable, just like an index fund. So in total, for my lock of the week, my record is 22-12 with an ROI of 64.23%. I really like the lock this week. I think Natalia Silva is going to run through Rose, maybe even find a knockout. And even though there's not a lot of octagon experience from Josh Hokett, it just doesn't feel like Denzel Freeman is UFC level. I think Hokett should make easy work of him. Freeman is supposed to have a background in Greco-Roman wrestling, but he's shown moments of just horrific control on the regional scene and against guys that seem like much worse grapplers than Hokett. His body language and getting hit is atrocious. He's got nothing but kicks on the feet. I think Hokett will be better than him everywhere, and -122 seems like some pretty great value for it. And then for my other bets on the card, I think a lot of underdogs this week. First one we have is Michael Johnson at +100. I could have gotten these odds at +165, but I don't live in a state where betting is legal, so I have to drive over the border to the neighboring state just to place my bets for the weekend. But regardless, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that he just wins the fight, and he's still my favorite underdog this week. And getting even money still feels like great value in the grand scheme of things. The other bets that I absolutely love are my ones on Justin Gaethje. I have a sprinkle on him to win by knockout at +400, along with a full bet on his decision-only money line. The decision-only money line bet means that you only win or lose your money based on who wins a decision. Either guy gets finished, you get a full refund. So it's essentially like having a built-in hedge, because if Paddy does end up subbing him, then you get a full refund of your money. The only way you lose your bet is if Paddy wins a decision, which feels borderline impossible when he barely scraped by in a 3-round fight against Tony Ferguson. And then when you pair that with a sprinkle on Gaethje to win by KO, you'll also profit if Gaethje gets a knockout, which I do think is very possible, especially over 5 rounds. So you have a built-in hedge with the decision-only money line, on top of still winning money if Gaethje does get a finish, rather than only getting a refund and being pissed that you didn't just bet his money line straight up. I absolutely love those bets, especially when paired together. And then for my DFS plays, usually I have a couple for you guys, but I only have one this week, and it's a 3-legger with Arnold Allen to get under 55.5 significant strikes, for Paddy to get under 2.5 takedowns, and for the Allen and Silva fight to not go to a decision. I love this lineup. Arnold Allen's strike line has definitely gone down, but he has very low output, and I think he gets finished, which is why I love playing it with the fight to not go the distance, because if one of those legs hit, then more than likely both of them are. I don't see how Arnold Allen would land more than 55 strikes to begin with, never mind in a fight that doesn't go the distance. I also got the same odds on the fight to not go the distance as you would for Silva to get a finish, which is even better because then the bet can still be covered if Arnold Allen somehow does finish him. And then for the last leg, it's Paddy to get less than 2.5 takedowns. That number doesn't seem very high in a 5-round fight, but he's never scored more than 1 takedown in his career, on top of Gaethje never getting taken down more than twice in his career. And if he does get the fight to the ground, he's got very good control and a dangerous submission game, so there's still a good chance for that bet to hit if Paddy does get a finish. So regardless of which side you're picking to win the main event, a 2.5 takedown line just seems too high. And then for the prop of the night, I've got João Silva to win by finish at +120. These odds shocked me. They originally released at +165, which was insane value. They went to +120 in only a couple of days, but I still think that's great value for how suspect Arnold Allen's chin is. To jump from almost a 3-1 favorite on his money line to plus 120 for what I believe is the most likely outcome in the fight is just beautiful. And then finally, for the lottery ticket parlay, this parlay is kind of going to be more for fun each week. Obviously the goal is for it to still hit, but I'm not going to be throwing a lot of money on it, probably just $5 or $10 each week. But I figured it's something fun to do for you degenerates out there. I like to have these parlays with these diabolical odds. But the lottery ticket parlay this week is going to be Michael Johnson's money line at plus 100, Ottawa Gaethje by first round finish at minus 115, and Justin Gaethje's money line at plus 190. Nice little three-legger at plus 984 odds. Great odds for something that I think actually has a decent enough chance of hitting. So that's going to do it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this setup and it being a much quicker video. Let me know what you think for the prop of the night and lottery ticket parlay. Any suggestions, please feel free to leave them below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video.